there are a lot of common misperceptions, about the industry of network marketing. I think one of the biggest ones that I had to get over was the misperception that it's an illegal pyramid scheme. Well, there are a lot of ways to define that, a lot of ways to attack that, but the biggest one is that your job is the biggest pyramid out there, right? You've got a CEO at the top, you've got some managers in the middle, and then you got the people at the bottom who fill the Coke and put the Coke in the Coke cans. That's the biggest pyramid coming, that's out there. The fact that somebody makes money off of your efforts, well, that's your job. Another common misperception is that it's easy. It's get rich quick. Well, that's not true. Anything that's worth having in life is worth working hard for. And that's the same thing in this industry. You work hard for your job, you work hard for your boss, you work hard, for somebody else. Why not maybe for one time working hard for yourself? Maybe you put all those hours in making somebody else wealthy. Well, maybe it's your time to make some money for yourself. And so it's not get rich quick though. If you're looking for get rich quick, we'll pull up here to this gas station and let you scratch off something and hopefully you hit it. That's get rich quick. This is something where there's no limits. There's no limit to how far you can go. There's no limit to how much money you can make. The only limitation that's placed is the limitation you placed on yourself. If you want to go out and make $15,000 next week in this industry with the right company, with the right leadership and the right comp plan, you can do it. And my why in this industry is to be a professional dad. I grew up, my dad is a preacher, my mother's a retired educator, and I grew up going to nursing homes on the weekend, listening to older people in nursing homes tell their story. And I'm sitting there 11, 12, 13 years old, sitting in these nursing home rooms, and I heard this one statement time after time after time. And it was this: young man, I wish I had spent more time with my kids. Now, I didn't really understand what that meant at the time. I didn't understand the full scope of that statement, but I tell you what, I get it now. And what they were saying was, wow, I'm sitting here alone in this nursing home, wishing someone could come and visit me. And I realized and I reflected on my life that, I got the rest of my life to make money, but I got one shot to be a great dad. And so you've got to have that compelling reason. And it has to be bigger than just money. Who doesn't want to make more money? But I've got the rest of my life to make money. I've got one shot to be a great dad. And you know what? Your kids, they don't remember the big stuff. It's the little stuff. Me having a birthday celebration with my daughter at school, or me getting a chance to celebrate my son playing basketball, or my daughter playing basketball, or going to one of her gymnastics. See, those are the little moments in life that your children will always remember. And so when you're on that road and you show up at that meeting and there are only a handful of people there, or you fly across the country and nobody shows up, or somebody tells you, hey, man, I got 30 people who are going to show up, and one person is there, and you got to get back in your car and drive 6 hours back to your house. Well, you know what keeps you going? You know what allows you to get up and do it again? It's that why. For me, it's my kids. Knowing that this industry has given me everything I could ask for and more. And we're just giving you a little bit of the evidence of that. We've been blessed to have a beautiful home, and that's not because of practicing law. That's because of this little home-based business where I just keep going. And we've been blessed to win, not because I'm so smart, not because I speak so well, because I just basically outwork the person next to me. While most men are sitting here worrying about a football game on Sunday, watching somebody else get wealthy, I'm trying to earn my own wealth. You know why? So maybe I can own my own team someday. One day I'm gonna be so close to the field, they might put me in the game, right? So that's my why. And in order for you to win in network marketing, you've got to have a why of your own. Industry has been a blessing, obviously the financial blessing, and really being able to help your family. Who didn't want to, growing up as a kid, want to say, wow, I want to take care of my family, I want to take care of my mom and dad. Well, those are the kinds of things you're able to do, those incredible life experiences through this industry. The relationships that you're able to cultivate with people that you ordinarily would never have met. Another name for our industry of network marketing is relationship marketing, meaning we do business with people we have relationships with, and these relationships take us all over the world. I have friends now in Kenya. I've got friends in Puerto Rico. I've got friends in Mexico. I've got friends all throughout Europe now because of the industry of network marketing. And here's what happens. you begin to realize that there are ways that we can benefit each other above and beyond just network marketing. I've met people who are aspiring models, and I introduced them to my good friend that I met through network marketing in New York, whose wife is the director of models for the Elite agency. He's a model for the Ford model agency. Once again, relationships. We help people find jobs, people who are down and out, connect them with this person who knows that person. So there's so many different ways that we've been blessed by the industry of network marketing, above and beyond a compensation plan, above and beyond the great products and services that are offered. I tell you, one of the biggest blessings are the relationships that we're able to generate in the industry. How do you win on a day-to-day? How do you really separate yourself from the competition? It's by doing this. It's by doing home meetings. Home meetings. Hotel meetings are fine, but they're very difficult to replicate. Sometimes people are uncomfortable in hotel meetings. The sign-up ratios are really not that high. But what is replicatable is being able to go to someone's home where your guests and your friends are already comfortable. They play poker at your house. They play video games. They go there for the big fight. They go there for the 4th of July picnic. So there's already an air of comfort. They're already familiar with your home. And they know that you know that you can do that over and over and over again. And then what happens is you begin the process called replication and duplication. Because see, once you do a home meeting and see how simple that is, well, then your guests, they're saying to themselves, wow, this was easy. All they did was have some chips and dip in water and had a guy come in and present, or they showed a DVD. I can do this. And guess what? The more money you want to make, the more home meetings you'll have. So home meetings are critical. They're easy to do. They're simple to do. All you have to do is determine how frequent you want to have one and do it over and over and over again. I'm looking for a person who's a go-getter. I'm looking for a person who has influence. I'm looking for somebody who's usually 25 years or older, because that displays a certain level of maturity. I like working with married people because that shows a certain level of commitment. I like working with individuals who are homeowners because that shows a certain level of stability. And then I like working with individuals who I know or highly suspect earn $40,000 or more per year in combined income. Why? Because that person, more often than not, they're going to have the financial resources to get started with the project. Then there's that final category, that group of entrepreneurs and business owners, people who have control of their time. See, entrepreneurs, they just kind of get it, right? They know that it takes money to make money. They hear about an investment to get started in a home-based business, and they see it as that. They see it as an investment and not a cost. And guess who entrepreneurs and business owners also hang around? You guessed it. They hang around other entrepreneurs and business owners who also just kind of get it. So I'm looking for somebody, who has that hunger. That's somebody who really has that special something, that it factor. Who can attract, who's coachable and teachable, and willing to learn what they must do in order to win big in this space. And when you find people like that, and when they know people like that, I tell you what, your business is about to skyrocket. So that's who I'm looking for when I build, in network marketing. We can define it a number of different ways, and only you can define success for you and your family. You should ask yourself this question, when you watch a presentation, what did you like best, right? What did you like best? And that will help you define your version of success. And in my space with our company, I'm able to watch husbands spend more time with their wives. That's success. I'm able to watch families leave the country for the first time as a family, get their passport stamped, getting a completely new perspective of the world. That's success, right? Obviously you have the financial success that comes along with building your team and building it the right way. I have professional athletes and entertainers who already make good money, who don't need any more money in life, but they need tax deductions. So they're able to get involved in a home-based business, which everyone should have in their portfolio, and have success through saving money on their taxes. So there are a number of different ways, but what we have to do in the industry as a professional and as professionals is redefine success. Success can't always be about the money. You know why? Because everybody's not going to make the money. That's the story. That's the message that needs to get out. Everybody's not going to make the money, but that doesn't mean you're not successful. If I'm able to have more quality time with my daughter, guess what? I'm successful. if I'm able to change my wife's cubic zirconia to a real diamond, fellas, that's successful. Right? So there are a number of different ways that you can define success, but you have to be the person who defines success for yourself and for your family when you get involved in network marketing. Because it can sound easy, I like to use the word simple. Okay, becoming wealthy in America is not easy, but it is simple. Right? If you follow the steps, remember we looked at some personal development books by Robert Kiyosaki and Donald Trump, and they list the steps to becoming successful, and they are very simple. Simple describes methodology, right? The methodology to become wealthy in America is very simple, right? Now the work to do it is hard. That's why it's not easy. And see, that's the part where most people fall short. They don't want to do the work. But the steps to becoming successful, the steps to becoming wealthy, those are relatively simple. And so what's tough about network marketing? It's probably for most people handling the objections, handling the no's, hearing people tell you no, no, no. But understand, you don't need many yeses. You only need 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 to tell you yes. And I tell you what, your life can change. I tell you, one person can come into your life in network marketing and change your life. So is it worth it? Is it worth it? Of course it is. And we have a great time, experiencing the journey, becoming better through personal self-development, learning more about yourself, building a culture, building a brand. But it's not easy. But you know what? You're already working hard. It's tough getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and sitting in Atlanta traffic, driving to work. That's tough. It's tough listening to instructions from somebody you're better qualified than, and them telling you when you can go eat and when you got to come back from lunch. That's tough. So me going and doing a home meeting, or me going to work with a new team member, or maybe sharing this with a brand new person who tells me no, compared to what real life is like, and sitting in traffic and accidents and wasting time, guys, no, that's tough. So this is no more difficult than anything else in life. You just got to apply yourself, be consistent, and don't quit. Really excited about some of our new products that are coming out. Success Illustrated Volume 1, which is just selling out like crazy online at the website, SpencerIverson.com. That's this website. But it's that CD has 2.5 hours worth of information from both live events and in-studio training. It has a lot of funny stories on it. Success Illustrated Volume 2 is being released right now. It has about another 2 hours of content on how you can win, how you build your business in network marketing. I have an inspirational CD that's about to be released. I have every Monday morning at 8:30, I do an inspirational call for people who chime in literally from around the world, getting our day and our week off to some positive affirmations from God's Word. And so that product is about to become available. Then I just finished a product called The First 48. And what it describes, much like the TV show, is what you as a new network marketer must do within your first 48 hours of enrolling to give yourself the best chance for success. That's going to be a hot seller as well. Once again, these are not specific to any company. It's for anybody in any network marketing program. But there's some, just like the TV show, on the first 48, they understand that there are some clues that they have to get, some data they have to get, some items they're going to have to find in those first 48 hours. To the extent that they do not, the likelihood of them having a successful resolution to this case, it greatly diminishes. Same thing in network marketing. See, there's a difference between signing up and getting started. Lots of folks in network marketing sign up, but the question is, how many people actually get started, right? And so that's what we want to teach you how to do on the first 48, is how to get started the right way in network marketing. Having a personal brand is very important. Whether because how you project yourself to the world whether that's through style, whether that's through what you wear. I've got a personal stylist. I have a photographer. I have 2 or 3 photographers. But it's important to project yourself the right way in this space. In order to be taken seriously as a professional, you must project yourself professionally. And so that's a critical component that a lot of new networkers miss as well. You have to ask yourself, when you look in the mirror, would I sign up with me, right? would I sign up with me? Would I want to be led by me? And if the answer to that is no, then there's some things that you must necessarily do differently in order to be able to attract the kind of person you ultimately want to attract, in this industry. So personal branding and personal style is critically important.